Good morning, dear students. After discussing electronic configuration of elements in our previous chapter, you must have understood that how electrons are distributed in the shells and subshells and why certain elements are stable. As you know that noble gases are stable because their outer shell is completely filled. So if these shells are not completely filled, then how will those atoms exist? So let us discuss this thing in our chapter 4, chemical bonding and molecular structure. So atom elements can exist in two forms. Firstly, atoms and secondly, molecules. Atoms are the smallest particles of matter that may or may not exist independently. And as you have done this thing that atoms in which the outer shell has completely filled with electrons, then only atoms can exist independently in the form of noble gas. Because noble gas are stable and inert, this is due to only because of their stable electronic configuration. Now all other elements except these noble gases, they have incomplete outermost shells, hence they cannot exist in the form of isolated atoms. So these atoms combine together to form molecules, and these molecules can always exist independently. So we will discuss in this chapter how the molecules are formed and how atoms combine, in what ways they can combine to form these molecules. Now why do atoms combine? As you all know that atoms have to acquire stability by acquiring nearest noble gas configuration, and they actually in this chapter there are basically two concepts by which you can say atoms combine together. The first one is by acquiring noble gas configuration, which is the older concept, and the modern concept explains that atoms combine in order to acquire stability by lowering their energy. Means when atoms combine, then due to forces of attraction, the energy of the system decreases and this minimum energy state is acquired, which helps to form molecules. So in this chapter, we'll discuss both of the concepts. So firstly, what is a chemical bond? Chemical bond is a kind of attraction force which is present between the constituent atoms. So whenever atoms combine, then a molecule is formed, and in this molecule, these atoms are held together by a kind of attractive force which is called as chemical bond. In 1916, two scientists, Kozel and Lewis, explained the chemical bonding first of all, and they explained it in the terms of electrons, and it was based on the idea of acquiring inertness, or you can say acquiring the configuration which is equal to or similar to the nearest noble gas, and this is known as octet rule. Octet means 8, and this rule states that the tendency of atoms of various elements to attain stable noble gas configuration by completing 8 electrons in valence shell. Means every atom which has incomplete valence shell, it has a tendency, or tendency means an urge to complete its outer shell configuration. और मतलब एक एटम को हमेशा वो उस तरफ मतलब उस वे में कंबाइन होगा कि उसकी आउटर शेल का जो ऑक्टेट है वो कंप्लीट हो जाए. ऑक्टेट इज एक्वायरिंग 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन आउटर मोस्ट शेल, एंड द एलिमेंट्स विच आर हैविंग नोबल नियरेस्ट टू द नोबल गैस हीलियम, they will complete their duplet accordingly. So let us see how it takes place. So to explain this, firstly we need to understand how an element can be represented in the form of Lewis symbol. So Lewis represented elements by writing symbol with the dots or crosses to represent the valence shell electron. For example, here you can see sodium has electronic configuration neon and 3s1. So this neon means the inner core electrons, that is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p6. So these inner core electrons are no need to represent. The symbol Na will itself represent this atom as well as the core electrons. Now only the valence electrons, means the electrons which are present in outermost shell, are to be shown in the form of dots, or you can also show them by putting a small cross with the symbol of the atom. So in this way all these elements can be represented in this Lewis symbol form. And here are some more elements, first to 20 elements. You can see how the dots are represented to show the valence electron of each and every element of first 20. Next is the significance of Lewis symbols. Actually, Lewis symbols indicate the number of valence electrons, and in this way they help to predict the valency. As you know that valency depends on the number of electrons present in the outermost shell, and valency of any element is the combining capacity. So it tells us that how this electron will combine to other atoms, means how many electrons it need to lose or gain or share. And in this way Lewis symbol helps to predict the common or group valency of the elements. Let us see the periodic table. All those elements which have represented by simply a one dot with the with its atomic symbol, they will be having valency 1. If you are representing them with 2 dots, they will be having valency 2. For 3 dots, valency 3. For 4, the valency will be 4. And for group number 15 to group number 18, you can say the valency can be calculated by subtracting these number of dots from 8. So you can say the valency would be -3, 2, 1 and at least last 0. So here you can also predict the nature of bond formation. Group elements of group 1, 2 and 13, or here you can say 3, they have tendency to lose electron to form cation, whereas the elements of group 15, 16 and 17, nitrogen family, oxygen family and fluorine family, they have tendency to gain electrons to form anions. And group 14, or here you can say carbon family, generally only form covalent. Otherwise covalent bonds are also formed by other elements as well. So now according to Causal-Lewis approach, chemical combination means atoms can combine by 2 ways. In first figure you can see that one electron is getting transferred from the sodium atom to chlorine. So this is called transfer of electron, and this type of bond is called ionic bond. And in second figure you can see that 2 atoms are sharing their electrons in their valence shell, and this is called covalent bond. So firstly we'll discuss ionic bond. Ionic bond is a kind of bond which is formed by transfer of electron from one atom to other atom so as to complete octet in outermost shell. मतलब दोनों atoms जब combine होंगे, एक atom electron lose करेगा, दूसरा gain करेगा और दोनों ही अपना octet complete कर लेते हैं. And in this way they form 2 oppositely charged ions. One is cation and the other one is anion. And these 2 oppositely charged ions attract each other with a strong electrostatic force of attraction, which is called ionic bond. And this bond is also called electrovalent bond. So we can see with this formation of sodium fluoride by having these structures. You can say sodium, it has 1 electron in its valence shell, and it will lose this 3s1 electron in order to complete its, or in order to acquire the nearest noble gas, that is neon configuration. And fluorine, which has 9 electron in its atom, it requires just 1 electron in order to complete or acquire nearest noble gas neon like structure. So in this way they will combine. First sodium will transfer its electron to fluorine. to form two types of ion, sodium ion and fluoride ion, and they will combine by the help of electrostatic force of attraction, which is called ionic bond. Now we can understand the formation of sodium chloride by help of dot structure. So sodium with one electron in its valence shell 3s, that is 3s1. It is represented by sodium with one dot, as you can see here in dot structures. Chlorine having 7 valence electron can be shown like this as dot structure. So sodium requires just sodium needs to lose that only electron present in valence shell. You need to remember this thing. If atoms have 1, 2 or 3 electrons in their valence shell, they have a tendency to lose electron, and such elements are called electropositive elements. And those elements which have 5, 6 or 7 electrons in their valence shell, they have tendency to gain electrons, and they are called electronegative elements. So here sodium will lose its electron to chlorine and it will acquire a positive charge, and chlorine will acquire a negative charge. So by using such dot structures, we can represent the formation of sodium chloride. Next you can see formation of magnesium oxide. Magnesium has just 2 electrons in its outermost shell, and these 2 electrons it has to lose to acquire nearest noble gas, that is neon configuration. It will lose these 2 electrons, and these 2 electrons are gained by oxygen, because oxygen requires just 2 electrons to complete its octet. So after formation of magnesium cation and oxide anion, these 2 ions will be you can say held together to form magnesium oxide kind of ionic compound. Next are the important factors which affect ionic bond formation. As we have discussed that elements have to transfer electron in order to form cation or anion. So as we have already discussed that whenever electron is to be removed from an atom, it requires certain energy, and that energy is called ionization energy. तो वो energy sodium atom absorb करेगा in order to remove its outermost electron. And when this electron will be gained by chlorine atom, then because now the chlorine nucleus will attract this upcoming electron, so obviously it will lose some amount of energy, because whenever attraction force is exerted by some charged particle, then energy is released due to that attraction. So this released energy is called electron gain enthalpy, and when these 2 ions combine together to form ionic compound, then also some amount of energy is released. So here we can consider these 3 factors as: first one, ionization energy, or this is also termed as ionization enthalpy. As you know that to remove the electron, and electrons can only be removed from the valence shell. Inner core electrons are strongly held by the nucleus. So only valence electrons can be lost. So to lose this electron, sodium will require certain amount of energy, which is called ionization energy or ionization enthalpy. And जितनी लो एक एटम को इस एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, उतना ही इजीली वो कैटायन बना पाएगा. दैट मीन्स lower the value of ionization energy, favorable would be the ionic bond formation. तो पूरे periodic table में group 1 and group 2, group 1 alkali metals, they have lowest ionization enthalpy values, and alkaline earth metals also have very low. As compared to alkali metals, they have slightly higher, but बाकी periodic table में सारे elements के comparatively फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड ग्रुप की जो आयनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी वैल्यूज हैं, दे आर क्वाइट लो. तो दीज 2 ग्रुप एलिमेंट्स easily form cations, and they mainly form, or they actually only form, ionic bonds. Next, second factor which affect formation of ionic bond is electron gain enthalpy. This is a kind of energy which releases when an electron is added in an atom to form anion. So as this amount of energy is released, so this amount of energy, if it will be higher, at that time the formation of ionic bond would be easier, because energy जो required है वो हमेशा कम होगी तभी favorable होगा, और जो energy release है अगर वो ज्यादा होगी तो that would be favorable. And group 17 जो halogens होते हैं, they have highest amount of energy released during gain of electron, because उनमें nuclear charge काफी ज्यादा होता है and they are quite smaller in size, so their atoms easily gain electron. Moreover, they require just one electron in their outer shells, so they easily gain electron and form anions. So group 17 maximum tendency to form anions, they are highly electronegative elements, and group 16 also have high electron gain enthalpy values. So both of these group elements can easily form anions. Third factor which affect ionic bond is lattice enthalpy. Lattice enthalpy is the amount of energy which is released when cations and anions combine together by electrostatic force of attraction to form 1 mole of a crystal lattice. Crystal lattice का मतलब होता है एक ionic compound या ionic solid का जो structure है, because ionic compounds are solid are always present in solid form and they are mainly present in crystalline structures. और उनकी जो crystal structures में किस तरह से ions की एक specific arrangement होती है, that specific arrangement of ions in crystal is called crystal lattice. And in this lattice, when specific number of cations or anions they are present to form 1 mole of a substance, then the amount of energy released इसलिए होगी because both of these are oppositely charged ions, so oppositely charged ions will attract each other and energy would be released. So higher the value of lattice enthalpy, easier would be the formation of ionic bonds. So later in this chapter we will discuss how lattice enthalpy value can be determined on the basis of sizes of ions and the charges of ions. So right now you have to consider these 3 factors which would favor the formation of ionic bond. Firstly, low ionization enthalpy means easy, cation का बनना easy होना चाहिए, energy की requirement कम होनी चाहिए, और इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करने के टाइम अगर जो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट है that will have to release more amount of energy, और थर्ड जो एनर्जी है लैटिस एंथैल्पी वो भी ज्यादा रिलीज होनी चाहिए. तो ये तीनों फैक्टर्स एक आयनिक कंपाउंड के फॉर्मेशन के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं. आई होप दिस थिंग्स आर क्लियर टू यू ऑल. थैंक यू एंड हैव अ नाइस डे.